You have 4 weeks or so roughly for your CFA Feb exams. Hopefully you are prepared, you have studied your material, but how best to use these last few weeks so that we maximize the chance of passing the CFA Level 1 exam. How to review, how to study in these 4 weeks. First thing is you have to take at least 4 mock exams. You can take more than that. I recommend that you take 5 or 6, but at least 4. 4 is the minimum requirement. CFA Institute itself is giving you a couple, and then you can buy that premium package and you will get another couple more CFA mock exams. If you're having a prep provider like FinTrainers, they will give you some mock exams. We give 4 mock exams as well. So easily you will have access to 6 to 8 mock exams. So from now until your exam, let's say you are taking the exam sometime in Feb 3rd week, say Feb 20th. The window I think is from 19th or so. It goes until the 3rd week, right? So let's pick 20th as your exam date. In this scenario, you have exactly 4 weeks from now. So you will take your last exam 3 or 4 days prior to your actual exam date. Don't take it the day before your exam. Why? Because you're going to be mentally tired and you have to be really fresh. You shouldn't be sitting for a 4.5 hours exam the day before your actual exam. Not ideal. So you want to finish your last mock exam 3 or 4 days before. Let's say you have studied all the 10 topics at least once. Okay, now how to review in these 4 weeks. So this is Jan 2024, and if you have already studied, you maximum will need 5 days to review it. That is roughly half a day for each of the topic. Obviously some topics will require a little longer, some topics a little lesser. So in 5 days, if you spend around 10 hours of prep the next 5 days, right? Or if it is like if you're working, maybe you're doing 6 hours on your weekdays and then 12-14 hours on your weekend. However it is, you need around 50 hours of time to review all of the 10 topics, right, once. So let's do that. This time, the way you would go about is, I would first take a challenge quiz. So that's around 30 questions in a topic, and see the areas where you are consistently making mistakes. So I would go there, study that learning outcome statement, that learning module. If you are entirely, feeling a little unsure about an entire learning module, maybe just go back, review it, solve some problems. And then at the end of the study session, again, take maybe a short quiz to see if you have improved. And so the same thing I will do for all 10 topics. So some topics you might be already pretty strong. I will spend less time on that. So if ethics is your weak area, then maybe I'll spend more, and if equity is your strong area, spend less time there. But next 5 days you finish all of this once. Take your first mock exam. Don't take before this review. You might get disheartened. It's not required. You take one mock exam now. After that, see where you stand, see which topics you have scored less than the minimum passing scores, that is typically 70% or below. The next time you review, spend more time there. This time you don't need 5 days, maybe you need 2.5 days or 3 days. So you focus on the areas, then you do this 3-day prep, and then you take a mock exam. Then you rinse and repeat. Now this time maybe 1.5, 2 days. And then you take one more mock exam, and then you do another review for 2 days, and then take one more mock exam. In all of these days, apart from your review and prep, you should keep around 30 minutes for practicing ethics question. The last 1 month, this is a pretty much important aspect because it's 18%, 15 to 20% of the CFA Level 1 curriculum. Make sure you keep practicing that every day. It could be like a set time as soon as you wake up. Half an hour you do this before you jump into anything else, or during your lunch break you take half an hour, and as you eat you solve some problems, whatever. But make sure you are pretty disciplined about solving ethics questions every day from now until your examination. So in 30 minutes you can easily solve around 10 questions, which means from now until the exam you can solve almost 300 questions in ethics. That will make you get very, very high marks in ethics, which is almost 20% of CFA Level 1. And then the rest, if you follow this strategy of reviewing, taking a mock exam, and the next time you review, you're going to just spend the areas there you scored less in the mock exam and review the formulas, go for the mock. Keep doing this 6 times, 7 times, 8 times and when it comes to your examination, you'll be all set, you'll be well prepared. All the best, wish you all the success in your examination. Let us know if you have any questions.